What's up, YouTube? This is kind of unorthodox in the sense that I, I'm about to react to something. I know that, but I don't have it pulled up yet. I have like nothing in front of me. Actually, like I'm not ready at all. But wishfully you've been having a good day. Wishfully you enjoy this video, and if you do, follow all my socials. I need to change the spinning icon. The only thing that matters in that is the TikTok and the YouTube. I'm gonna be reacting to this video. I'm gonna pull it up here. This video seemed mad interesting to me. Like the title got me. I got gang members to play DnD, and I was like, wow, I like DnD, and I've never even played it. So like, in a sense, I guess that's another thing you could call me a fraud on. I might be like a running gag on this channel. Like I'm like, up until playing Zelda on the channel, I never really played it, but I had these shits. Fucking fraud. And I like D&D, but I've never played it. But yeah, I fuck with the people who do play D&D. Like, I have respect for them. I like those nerds. I fall asleep to like several different D&D podcasts. Anyway, let's get to the video.
I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, the heyday of black civilization and probably modern-day Africa and America, one of my favorite places of all time. I live here currently, and back in my day, I got Bloods and Crips to play one delicious game of D&D. How did I do this? Well, back in the day, I
was about to say how, but okay.
myself was a member of the blue team. That's right. I was sporting the old blue colors. That's what I was doing. I know I don't sound like it, probably don't even look like it, like I was even associated with any gang life, but that's fair. I don't really care about that. Anyways, I was living in destitute with my mother. She had just divorced my dad, and we had moved to a small place in...
Is destitute a place? That sounds like an adjective for like poor. Holy... Remember, kids, you do not need school, okay?
Detroit, Michigan, and it was not fun. I didn't enjoy any bit of that. My mother had moved to a blood territory. That was not fun. That was probably the stupidest thing she could have ever done. Of course, she didn't really know that I was a Crip, but I was in danger every day. My mother was very concerned about my safety and my life, and she didn't know if I was going to be safe. And I said, "Mother, don't worry. I have a gun." And she said, "What?" I said, "Nothing." After that, I had devised a plan. I needed to at least get the leaders together so that I personally would be safe. If I'm safe, my mom is safe, we're all fine. Not very good on my end because I was selling the old French word for yes with a D at the end. Weed. Duh. Nintendo status. Nintendo weed. I guess you can call it that. So, afterwards, I had proceeded to, how do I phrase this? Concoct a very devious plan. I began to ride my bike to a gas station. I saw one of the people I regularly sell to. I said, "Hello, my fine gentleman." He said, "What's up, cuz?" I said, "I have a quandary for you if you must." He said, "Alright, what we about to do, cuz?" I said, "Could you take me to the leader of the red team?" He said, "No." I said, "Please." He said, "Alright, your funeral." We begin to ride there. He's on my pegs and I riding the bike. And we meet with the leader of the red team, who I've sold copious amounts of the French word for yes to. So, we proceed to talk, have a little bit of a conversation, if you will. He said, "Alright, I'll meet up with your homies. Ain't no problem to me." I'm excited because we're about to have a little conversation. I'm thinking to myself, this is going to go great. And then I forgot one possibility. Maybe he's doing this so we can gather us all in one spot.
And fucking obliterate you all in one fell swoop.
So he could perhaps slay us. Well, I don't want to be taken out of the server so soon. I'm a little bit terrified. I'm scared. So, naturally, I need a plan. I go back to school, and that's where I get introduced to a very nerdy man. Mr. Ball is what we'll call him. Mr. Ball is a guy I bullied a lot back in the day. As a matter of fact, I was bullying him that very day.
Okay.
And I asked him, "What do y'all little nerd dudes like to do after school?" He said, "Well, usually we play D&D." I said, "What?" I didn't know what D&D was back in the day. He showed me what it was, and we literally did a slight session during lunch. Now, he couldn't get away from it because I was...
That's so fucking funny. That sounds like some shit I would have like tried to get my friends to do in fucking high school. The second I learned about DnD, I didn't hear about DnD till like mad late, actually. Like I think I was like, I was gonna say I think I was maybe like 18 when I first heard about DnD. But honestly, hold the fuck up. I look stupid. Let me just get a hat. Like this looks so stupid. Why do people wear their hoodies like this? Christ, look like a goddamn condom. That shit's so stupid. Anyway, honestly, I probably definitely heard about D&D like prior to that in cartoons and shit for sure, or maybe at least referenced, and I just never took note that what was in front of me was a game. Not a board game, but like a tabletop. We continue.
I was bullying him, and he thought we were friends, which I appreciate. He taught me the layout of D&D, and I said, this is perfect. This is a great idea. I thought D&D would bring us together, the Bloods and the Crips. So, I proceeded to grab my Crip buddies and the leader of the Bloods, and we were all set. Now, when I say leader of the Bloods, a lot of people don't know what I mean. Leader of the Bloods means that he controlled a very sizable area of the Blood territory that I lived at. So, I get them at my mother's house. We got me bringing them all together. What happened after this, you might...
What just happened there? Did I have a stroke?
I get them at my mother's house. We got me bringing them all together. What happened after this, you might ask? Well, immediately they pulled their guns out on each other, and I said, wait, stop, wait. And they were immediately about to take their lives until I said, I have grilled cheese. They said, what? I said, I have grilled cheese. I have grilled cheese. It has cream cheese on it and American Craft singles. And they were hungry.
Nice.
I made a bunch of tomato soup, had some apple juice, and cream cheese grilled cheese. And they were satisfied and happy. And I said, let's take this to the basement because I'm terrified and scared. And they said, okay. We go to the basement. We're all talking to each other.
That didn't seem like a good idea. You're gonna get all right.
In a conversation, I said, I'd like us to play a game together. I just want to see if we all can play one game together. If we can't play the game together, you guys don't even have to talk to me ever again. After a lot of convincing, we sat down for our first session of D&D, which they hated. Holy, they hated every second of it. As a matter of fact, they thought it was too nerdy and too weird. So they left and said, we can try this again, giving me another chance. Next day at school, I immediately went to Tom. I said, hey, is there a way we can play D&D without all the nerd stuff? He said, yeah, it's called a homebrew. So he taught me how to do a homebrew. And that entire day during class, in between classes, we made a homebrew.
How do you do D&D without the nerd shit? That sounds impossible.
Of Detroit to get to Canada. And that worked. Came back. Next day, got them all gathered. They still had their guns on them. We go to the basement. I made more grilled cheese. It was amazing. My mom was wondering where the bread went. And in the basement, we hosted the first Blood Crips D&D session that I know. And it was amazing. It was so angelic to my soul. It made a tear come down my nipples. It was so good. I was very excited to have this first session. Obviously, there was some conflict. They didn't like working together. Some members were attacking each other during some battles. It was a lot of things going on. But as the DM that I was, I had to make sure everybody stayed aligned on the path. Every session, we got closer. We built a community with each other. At one point, they stopped doing gang activity altogether to come play D&D sessions.
Wow.
You see, the biggest issue why D&D sessions last so long is because we can't schedule correctly. However, these guys, upon stopping doing a lot of gang activity, had nothing but free time. And I was in school avoiding classes, so I had a lot of time too. So we proceeded to play this game together. We enjoyed each other. We bonded. We became brothers. in arms, not seeing each other for the color of our clothes, but for the color of our skin, as Martin Luther King intended. It was beautiful. There was one white guy there, by the way. I don't want to talk about that. Anyways, it was beautiful.
How did he get in?
After that, after we finished the entire session, they had such a sense of community and brothership and kinship that they actually stopped being in a gang. And that messed me up a little bit. I didn't think they'd actually do that. They stopped. They said it was childish. Think about that for one moment. They were playing D&D and said gang life was the childish part in their lives. That was beautiful to me. After that, what happened?
This is a very outlandish story.
You might wonder. Well, we did another campaign. This time made a homebrew of Candyland. I'm dead serious. Made a whole homebrew of candy, and it was beautiful.
Okay, what the fuck is a homebrew? Homebrew is fan terminology for game material made by players of a game rather than by an official or third-party publisher. Okay. So it's like D&D with their own rules type shit?
We did 2 campaigns. Renaissance Festival.
What's going on?
Former gang members wearing elf ears, dressing up like jesters, enjoying a hot pickle in the sun. It was beautiful. I loved every second of it. I don't know where these men are now. I have no clue. I don't know where they're at. But all I know is that this changed their lives for the better. And I'm happy it did that. I, however, did not. I still remained in the gang. I still sold illicit substances.
Okay.
I think about this a lot. I wonder where they're at. If they ever see this video or even find me, please reach out. I've been Seros TV. Bye.
Okay. That was interesting and hard to believe. He has a 31-minute video explaining why? That was 10 days ago. I kind of want to watch that. I only found that video because I watched this video. I just saw this one. It was pretty good. Yeah, that was a very, what the fuck am I looking at right here? What's good, YouTube? Earlier today, I reacted to a video called Having Gang Members Play Dungeons and Dragons. And then I came across this video, Black People Play Dungeons and Dragons for the first time. And I figured I could compile them bitches into one video. And I thought this could be a good watch since there's actually people playing on screen. It says all deaf comedy, so it could potentially be a skit, but we'll see. This is interesting. I still want to try Dungeons and Dragons. I'd like to eventually one day. And it seemed interesting to see how people like me would play. I'm black, if that wasn't apparent. Wish you enjoy the video.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Teddy Ray. I'm out here at ADD with my boy Moo. What's up, y'all? My man Slink Johnson, and we are about to play Dungeons and Dragons for the first time.
Welcome, guys, to Dungeons and Dragons. I'll be your dungeon master or DM. My name is Andrew. I've been playing for a very long time. I'm very experienced.
What the hell are you talking about, man?
Who qualified you to be the master?
This game is racist, dude.
Oh,
It's not
shit.
racist, guys.
It begins already. Okay, maybe it's comedians. That's what the all-deaf comedy part is, most likely. I ain't even thinking that a DM, the master of these black people play.
In fact, the game actually promotes, different races, different creeds. You guys are working together here. It's an adventure. Moo,
Yo,
you're going to be a dwarf cleric.
like a magical midget.
You're like a magical midget, yeah. So you're kind of like a wizard.
That was a pretty good simplification.
That's the new Kanye.
Oh, that's the Yeezy edition.
A Teddy, you're going to be a halfling rogue. Now, a halfling is kind of like a hobbit, think, the Shire. So I got you some ears here.
Whose ears is these?
Are those Danny Glover's ears?
I think Danny gave them to me, yeah. All right, Slink, you're gonna be a human fighter. And this is your helmet, sir.
MF Doom. This is Sparta.
There's only one beer left.
Dungeons and Dragons is all about going on an adventure. It's called a quest. So I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown of the quest and what's going on. All right, guys, ready? All right, in this.
I'm sorry, MF Doom mentioned. I gotta listen to this.
One beer left. Rappers screaming all in our ears like we're deaf. Tempt me, do a number on the label.
City of Neverwinter, a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker asks you to bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough and tumble settlement of Faladin.
I'm looking at this dude, Andy, like, what are you talking about, bro? I just feel like I'm in a He-Man movie right now or something.
And that he'd pay you 10 gold pieces each for escorting his supplies safely to Barthen's provisions.
I didn't
Is
know
he
what he was
falling
talking
asleep?
about. I thought he was talking about time travel. I got scared.
So basically, you guys all agreed to join this quest to get 10 gold.
Intro to this quest, boring.
You guys want to quickly say what you're going to do with the 10 gold?
I'm a midget, right?
You're a dwarf.
Maybe I'll get some stilts.
Get some stilts.
So I can
That's
walk
funny. I was
home.
gonna say hype boosters.
What's moving in this world? Like, what's the product?
You know, sheepskin, wool, you have, you know, your armor.
I mean, I might shave down the gold and just, get 2 more of these type of chains. You never know what I'm gonna do with the gold.
But I need that bread, whatever it
He's
is,
immersed.
man. Well, my baby mama been on my so I'll probably go drop about 3 coins off on her and the kids and tell them don't bother me for the rest of the year. I need that bread.
So basically, you guys are coming down a trail.
Valid.
You have thickets on both sides of you, flanking you. So they're kind of pressing closely to the trail.
He is not
Bam,
into it.
all of a sudden see these 2 horses that are down with arrows sticking out of them. You come up to them, you have to stop the cart because you're gonna run into these horses, you know what I mean? And they kind of look like they might have belonged to Gundren Rockseeker, your patron, who hired you for the job.
Oh, so we lost our bread.
He's got to make a whole production out of this thing. Is he like cocaine? Is he very imaginative?
And then all of a sudden, you hear rumbling in the brushes and the thickets from the left and to the right, and 4 goblins spring up and attack.
Whoa! So how do you know that 4 goblins hopped up and attacked?
Yes, I do, because I'm the dungeon master. I know what's going on.
You got
He
one
said
more
it.
time to refer yourself as master.
I'm gonna beat your ass and put you in this wizard hat.
Come with me, all right?
Get in this mayonnaise.
All right, I'm Andy, and now we have to do what's called roll initiative, which determines the order of combat. So now we're entering into a combat situation where we're going to be taking turns, kind of like, have you ever played Final Fantasy? Moo, why don't you go ahead and roll the D.
Oh my God, yo, this is so funny. This is crazy. They'd look at me crazy because I'd be so immersed in this shit. Like what? Like what? Have I ever played Final Fantasy? Motherfucker. Motherfucker, you see me on that XIV, boy. I grinded my mount in like 2 nights. That's level 50, I think. Huh. I played Final Fantasy. See, that shit I'm not a fraud on.
D20 for me, plus add your dexterity modifier.
Wait, what? I felt like I was in school. It was horrible.
So basically, you get attacked and you're gonna say, oh my God, how fast am I? How dexterous am I? You know what I mean?
I don't know what the hell that is.
You have a -1 because you're a dwarf, so you're kind of like,
I'm like Kobe Bryant right now. Just not good, but I wish I was good.
you're kind of like an older Kobe Bryant.
Very deceptive game.
10 as well, plus your modifier,
He's +3.
+3.
Nobody likes math. Why is there so much numbers in this?
And then
That
I'll
is
roll for
true.
the goblins. The goblins
It ain't that
also
much.
turn.
They ain't even here.
I feel like from the DnD podcast that I've fallen asleep to, I feel like there are a lot of numbers in play, but it's like hella basic math, like shit that I don't even think you need a calculator for, unless you're rolling like super high amounts of damage. I don't think it's that much math, really. Like, unless you're stupid.
Yeah, man, how they get a
Hat
turn?
on or nothing.
Well, they have pointy ears.
Teddy got pointy ears.
I don't get an extra roll.
I see why a lot of black people didn't play Dungeons and Dragons when I was coming up. Like, what?
So my goblins are gonna pull out their longbows and release some arrows.
Dominoes, that's one thing. It's multiples of 5. It's easy. You know what I'm saying? I can keep up with it. But this, your dexterity is 3. What's your energy? Your energy is -1.
You hit me. Now you have to determine the damage amount. Go ahead. Ooh. 7 plus 4 with your warhammer. That is 11 points of damage. You just sling a goblin.
Talking about, damn it.
By itself.
I got you, goblins.
So you guys have an opportunity, or you have a goblin that's severely wounded.
W Slay.
Instead of just killing this guy, you could capture him and maybe he can show you the way.
Can you believe this? This fool, we sparing this fool life.
You kind of
The enforcing slavery, is that what he's about to say?
bear hug the goblin. And,
I don't help you guys.
you guys are gonna have to do an intimidation check to see, since you can't speak goblin, maybe you can rough him up.
Where my homies at?
Okay, okay.
I'll burn you. I'll burn you. Where my
Normally
homies
I
at?
would make you roll, but okay, that works. At one point they're
Fuck the
kind of
intimidation
bored, and then
roll.
on the other hand, they're very aggressive.
I got him, yeah.
You got me.
I got him, yeah.
You got me. You got me.
Shut up.
You got me tied up.
Shut up.
He's turning into a tomato. Was that a skit? Is this real?
What happened?
Congrats, you guys beat the goblin ambush. You survived. Took a prisoner named Slurpee. Moo, you have a healing spell.
Heal me, nigga.
Why don't you try to heal up your friends here? So you gotta kind of have to channel the energy. You're using your intellect to summon.
It was powerful, very powerful. That's the exact same healing that Khloe Kardashian did on Lamar Odom when she went and visited him in the hospital.
Was that how he lived so long?
That's why he's still alive.
You guys want to keep marching?
Of course, we got to get
You're
my
losing,
goal.
you're losing sunlight here.
Look, I need an AK, 2 ounces of good,
Yeah.
and Ashanti.
The singer?
Yeah.
I actually have no idea who Ashanti is, but sure, fine. You gotta get a 10 or higher to get Ashanti.
Oh yeah, 'cause she's a dime. Booyah!
Ashanti appears to your right. Pow.
I actually don't know who Ashanti is. Am I a fraud black?
He just gets together and just make up rules as they go.
All right, so you guys come up to like a cave entrance, and then all of a sudden you hear kind of a rustling of chains, and you hear like dog yelping. You hear lots of like growls and snarls, and all of a sudden, 3 dogs come bolting out. I think I'm just gonna start killing these guys off. I
Oh
do
shit.
7 piercing damage to you with a bite. Bite you for 7.
You just gonna bite it?
When I watched Slink get knocked out, it was time for him to go.
Slink has taken a beating this game, and unfortunately, you just are not able to stabilize him this time around.
That's some bullshit. Why the brother always gotta die?
He didn't even. Did he just like skip the saving roll? Isn't there a saving roll, or am I bugging? You don't just outright die. He's saying fuck it.
Time for him to go. That's why me and Teddy Ray did nothing.
Come on, man. I'm the warrior, dog. How you gonna knock me out first?
You know, the homie had to take a fall, so he got knocked out, and, you know, he got ate up.
All right, well, as you guys enter into what's kind of the main chamber of the cave, you you see your friend, Gundren Rockseeker, and his human companion.
My cousin, dog.
Bound and gagged and chained to the wall. Now, you look around, and all of a sudden, this gigantic goblinoid creature called a bugbear. It's kind of like a gigantic goblin. Pops out, brandishing a very, very large spiked bat.
Whenever my feet start sweating, I know that I'm going through a traumatic time.
Unfortunately, Ashanti being in the front is easily cut down into pieces.
Why did Shanti die?
Goblin King Clark jumps out in front of you and swings his massive spiked bat, which is so large, in fact, that he's able to target both of you guys at once.
Oh, hell no.
He does 27 points of melee damage.
Yeah.
27 points of melee damage? What are you, Ron Artest?
Because he wants to, man.
Slink,
You been dead.
you're dead. You're dead, Slink.
He's full of it. He just wanted to
He's
come
full of
here
it.
and beat 2 black people. It's something that he knew he could. See, if he wanted to play basketball, me and Teddy would have ran his ass.
All right, so you guys both die, and you don't win. You don't get any gold, and Gundren Rockseeker and his friends stay tied up to the wall, and they're just going to be pretry much screwed, and Clark's going to have his way with both of them. And so thanks for playing, guys. You lost.
What do you mean? Hold up. Hold up.
All right, I got another one of these in an hour downtown, so I got to roll. But hey, thanks for trying, guys.
Moo gotta go feed his kids.
Yeah. All right, see you guys later. All right, thanks.
You just leaving like this?
See you guys.
The story is that there was this miracle of this candle, of this oil, this
Oh man, DnD looks fun as fuck. I definitely gotta try it. I got no friends though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. You're